Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So obviously a lot of people like celebrities. Everyone has a favorite celebrity, whether it's an actor or a singer or whatever they may do. I feel like a lot of people have these glamorized ideas of what celebrities are. And obviously, yes, they are like special people in the sense that a lot of people love them. But I feel like a lot of people tend to forget that celebrities really are just people too. It causes a lot of boundaries to get broken, whether it's them constantly being bombarded by paparazzi and fans, whether it's people constantly trying to figure out completely personal information about them, constantly prying on every detail of their life, or even copying their every move. There's really disturbing behavior when it comes to celebrities sometimes, and I want to talk about a specific case that's been going on for several years now. Specifically, the people who impersonate celebrities, more specifically, Paige Nieman.
Have you ever confronted anyone who's impersonated you?
No.
Have you ever wanted to?
Yes.
So the concept of people impersonating celebrities really is nothing new. I feel like, especially if people say, oh, you look like this celebrity, it's easy for people to get lost in a cycle of transforming themselves into that celebrity. I know a while back there was a woman named Ashley who was receiving some hate online for how similar she looked to Taylor Swift, despite the fact that she was trying to make an appearance of herself like, oh, I'm just Ashley.
It's Ashley. It's Ashley. It's just Ashley. It's just Ashley.
Taylor, I love you so much.
It's just Ashley. No, seriously, go. Your joke.
It was obvious to some people that she was deliberately trying to make herself look like Taylor Swift, replicating the way Taylor Swift does her makeup and even copying her hair color. I also know for a while YouTuber Gabby DiMartino from Nikki and Gabby was receiving a lot of hate for how similar she was looking and acting like Ariana Grande, which eventually led to her being in Ariana's Thank You Next music video, which I think is kind of iconic. I know Gabby at least stopped the weird obsessive behavior. I haven't really caught up with just Ashley, but as far as I know, like I haven't heard as much about her online, so I don't think she's as adamant in her impersonation as she was before. But there is one person who has just not quit despite Ariana Grande practically begging her to, and that is, of course, Paige Nieman. So Paige Nieman is a 20-year-old woman who has been receiving a lot of hate online for how much she makes herself look like Ariana, how much she impersonates Ariana, and how she literally changes herself to be more like Ariana. And the more I looked her up for this video, honestly, the more disturbed I became, because there's a lot to it. It's gotten to the point where Ariana herself has expressed her discomfort in this, and 90% of the comments on her videos are being like, stop this, like, girl, you don't need to do this, but she is relentless. So Paige's earliest TikTok where she started dabbling in the Ariana impersonation goes back to 2016, and it really wasn't too severe at that time, but you could see in the background of her video that she had like her whole room decked out in like Ariana Grande pictures and posters, which a lot of people did think was strange. And looking back at how she behaves now, I definitely think it's weird. But at the time, I didn't really think that was the weirdest thing about her because, you know, she was an Ariana fan. And a lot of people tend to overdo it sometimes when it comes to their fans, and they own like a lot of things of that person. So while maybe it was a little extra at the time, I really didn't think much of it. Like, it was just, you know, Ariana's her favorite singer, so she had an Ariana wall in her room. She was also a teenager, so it seemed more like, oh, she's just really enjoying this right now. I'm sure the obsession will die off as she gets older. And that's where all of us were unfortunately very wrong. As I said, her impersonation wasn't really too severe at the time, but she was kind of wearing cat ears and starting to do the like Ariana style eyeliner, which for the time was like, okay, whatever, like it's okay to take a little inspiration from the way other people do things. And this is also where we saw a little bit of videos of her like natural without the Ariana makeup on, and she does have some natural resemblance to Ariana, but it's obviously like you look at Paige and you look at Ariana, you can tell that those are two different people. So like while she does have some natural resemblance, it's obvious, like, you know, she's not like that similar unless she's actively trying to be. In 2019, we were already starting to get more intense Ariana cosplays, I guess, if you can even call it cosplays. At this point, it wasn't like full-on outfits, but she definitely was replicating makeup and hairstyles, and even starting to try and like make videos where she was talking like Ariana and behaving like Ariana.
Okay. Is that Brent?
This is also when Ariana first took notice of Paige, at least through all I could find. This is when Ariana really first took notice of Paige. I searched relentlessly because I knew that there were tweets like sent, or at least like tweets posted of the conversation. I could not find them anywhere. All I could find was a Teen Vogue article from 2019 confirming the fact that I knew that there was something. And in the interview, Paige had confirmed that Ariana thanked her for her support, but told her that she was beautiful in her own way, which obviously a lot of people took as Ariana's respectful way of saying, please stop it. She did not stop, however, and by 2020, the obsession had grown, and she was now replicating full-on Ariana looks, constantly using sounds from Ariana's music, and even using a lot of sounds from Kat's role, or part of in Victorious, Kat, and she was constantly making videos of Kat. One thing that also kind of weirded me out too, in a lot of her videos, even when she was trying to be herself, she was acting like Kat, not even just like Ariana, but the Kat persona of Ariana, which is not really who Ariana is. Kat is a character that Ariana played, but then when she was still dressed like Ariana, she'd be talking in like the high-pitched Kat voice and like playing the like dumb character that Kat was, and it was obvious that's what she was trying to do.
Holy quick!
Whoa, what's going on in here? Oh my goodness, you broke the TV!
But it was just weird for someone who's trying to be Ariana. Like, she was also just really being Kat. 2020, I feel like, is also when a lot of people really started clocking this weird behavior and talking about it a lot. I know this is when I first heard of Paige, and I was like, yeah, what the fuck? But a lot of people were still coming to her defense at this point, saying, well, it's not her fault that she has natural resemblance. If you had natural resemblance to a celebrity, you'd probably try and look like them too. Or a lot of people were bringing up her age, saying that she was 15, 16 years old, so obviously, like, it wasn't that big of a deal. But obviously it is. Of course, there were still people saying to stop it. Even Liz Gillies, who's also an icon and Ariana's best friend, admitted in a Zach Sang interview that it was weird and it was creepy how much Paige really resembled Ariana in those videos.
Ari commented or something saying that it was weird, and it is weird.
Yeah, it is.
But she's doing a good, it's weird because she's like good at it though. So
Yeah, but
it's
at
like,
what
good
point
job,
is it-
but also I'm scared.
I also couldn't pinpoint the exact time frame because I didn't see any videos on Paige's account specifically, but at one point Paige also made the claim that she was no longer really an Ariana stan and didn't really like Ariana that much anymore.
I'm used to Ariana shading me, so
Yeah, I mean,
it's
whatever.
I'm just here to entertain people. Like, it's not how
True.
I really am in real life.
I mean, if you don't care.
Kind of why I'm not
It's-
a fan of her anymore, honestly. Like, I'm slowly
Yeah.
getting rid of all my Ariana stuff.
Which she has always proven to be a blatant lie. First of all, she said that Ariana was constantly shading her, which is a wild thing to say as somebody who is literally like replicating every single thing that Ariana does. Like, when I say she's being Ariana, like, she's not even picking a specific point. Like, she's not like being Kat all the time. Every single look, like through every album and style choice Ariana made, Paige did as well. So I didn't research this further because frankly, I'll just take y'all's word for it this time. I didn't want to look into it further. Apparently Paige even has an OnlyFans account where she makes videos as Ariana. She's a grown adult. If she wants to be on OnlyFans, whatever. Like, you do you. But But pretending to be somebody else on there and making your content as somebody else is deeply disturbing. Even just scrolling through her thumbnails and stuff, you can see how she has evolved and copied every single era of Ariana, and the way she's literally altered her own appearance to resemble Ariana. I have only found 2 recent-ish videos where she was straying away from the Ariana content. One video where she did a Draculaura cosplay, and one video where she was showing her other interests. And the videos just seem so weird. Like, she posted them, but then she never did anything else with them. She never posted any other videos in the other cosplay, despite fans actually loving it, you know, saying like, this is the Paige we want to see, this is what we want, not you trying to be Ariana. She has done other cosplays before. I know even back when she was first starting out on the Ariana stuff, she posted videos being like, these are my other cosplays, but we've never really seen them throughout her page. Everything pretty much has been Ariana, so sometimes I feel like she throws these other videos in to be like, see, I'm not just the Ariana girl, but clearly she is. It has gotten even worse as of recently, since people have been talking about Ariana's health, which I'm not going to dive too far into because it's really not my business to speak on something I genuinely don't know. That's literally just speculation. But since Ariana has been working on Wicked, people have been commenting on how thin she is, you know, stating that she's clearly very unhealthy. And Paige was recently invited to some form of red carpet event, which I don't know why she's getting invited to stuff. She's literally just famous for copying Ariana Grande. But either way, she was there and people were noticing how borderline thin and sickly Paige looks now. And even the way she was like trying to make the Ariana face and trying to pose just like Ariana. And people were genuinely confused because not everyone is as aware of like TikTok and the internet. So you're just like seeing this girl at this event and you're like, why does she look like Ariana? Why does she look like this? Why is she behaving like this? It must be so confusing and so weird for someone who's not aware of all the lore. And honestly, it still is confusing and weird for people who are. Like, why are you doing that, girl? Like, why? But that just, for a lot of people, really showed how bad the obsession has gotten, that she's literally altering her appearance to try and look more like Ariana, and the way she's genuinely, presumably, doing unhealthy things to copy Ariana. It honestly is very disturbing. And listen, I'm genuinely not trying to just hate on this girl just to hate on her. I genuinely hope that she can find beauty in herself, not being Ariana, because the obsessive behavior is so disturbing, and it honestly does raise a question of why. What goes on in someone's mind to make them so obsessed with being someone else? I have to be honest with y'all, I think at least a small percentage of it is rage bait. I do think a lot of it is just genuine obsession and some mental illness sprinkled in there. But I do think a little bit of it is rage bait, because there's no way Paige doesn't see the comments of people saying to stop this. It's literally what 90% of her comments are. There's no way she doesn't see people talking about it online. And I guess she could have filtered out some comments, but they're definitely not all gone. Like, I go on her page, I still see people telling her to stop. She has to see them too, and she has to be aware of the fact that even Ariana doesn't like her and has blatantly said that she does not like this. Paige has to know that Ariana's talking about her, and obviously she knows that Ariana has seen her. One thing that also kind of makes me believe that some of it is rage bait is recently someone posted an edit of Ariana where she's bald and tagged Paige in it, obviously to kind of be like, oh, she's bald now, like, you should shave your head, you know, like a thing, because she's so adamant about copying Ariana. And then shortly after, Paige posted a video where she was using a bald filter. I would like to hope that this girl is not that dumb and thinks that someone's genuinely telling her like, oh, Ariana shaved her head, you need to shave yours. I would like to hope that she knows people are mocking her and that she's playing into it as well, because she knows it's going to get her attention. She knows that it's going to keep people talking about her. But the thing is, I've said this with everyone who goes viral, even for like stupid shit. Negative attention is still attention. The monetization system can't differentiate hate watches from genuine watches and hate comments from regular comments. It just knows that you're getting views, you're getting comments, and your video is getting attention. Which is why if you genuinely hate someone, it is best to just leave them alone. Because if you're leaving a hate comment, you're technically still just boosting their page and quite literally just contributing to paying their bill. I'm sure that at least to some degree, Paige knows that people don't like what she's doing, but are going to tune in to see what she's going to do next or to see how far she's going to take this obsession. I'm guilty too. Admittedly, I wanted to check up on her and see what was going on. But this is just my reminder that all of it is traction to her page, and I'm sure a small part of her knows that, and knows that by keeping this up, like, she's going to keep getting the views and profit from the videos. I'm sure she also knows that Ariana sees her, and to some people, it doesn't matter if they see you in a negative light or a positive light as long as they're seeing you at all. Obviously, I can't say for certain that's what Paige is doing, but it just seems very probable to me, especially given the amount of hate comments and the amount of stuff. A little bit of it gotta be a little bit of rage bait. There's also no doubt that there is some mental illness mixed in there as well, which I'm not even going to begin to try and diagnose. You know, it's not my place to diagnose anything, but it's obvious that something is wrong. I'm sure a small part of her just likes the attention that she receives, and I'm sure a lot of it is she was very young when she started making these videos, so I feel like a small part of it also is the fact that she just doesn't know what to do if she's not being Ariana. You know, in her impressionable teen years, if people told her, oh, like, you look so pretty as Ariana, or you look so much like Ariana, I'm sure it was very easy to feed into that and just, in a way, transform into Ariana. Especially when you're a teenager and you're full of insecurities. If someone tells you you look like this beautiful celebrity, I feel like it's easy for it to go to your head and for you to take it as something and, you know, go with. And I'm sure a lot of it also is she doesn't want to lose the fame that she's built up. Like, would she really have 10 million followers if she was just Paige? Would people really stay tuned on her page if it was just like Five Nights at Freddy's or random little cosplays? Would people still be talking about her if she was just Paige? Opens up another element of obsession with not being about the person, but about the clout and the fame. A lot of people will do whatever it takes to maintain their fame, even if it's drastic, even if it's terrifying, and even if it negatively affects other people. Once you get a taste of the fame bug, a lot of people just don't want to let it go. Much like when people have one viral video and then they want to make several response videos and like make a really long response video to one thing, like, you get a little, you want a lot, and you're going to try and maintain a lot. It's just so like weird to me, like how people like that will literally sit there and say, oh no, I'm not copying Ariana, like I let that obsession go. And it's like, you literally have not. Of course, though, this is all just my opinion, but one thing is factual, and that is that this is weird. All of it's weird, and not just Paige. Obviously, anyone who deeply impersonates a celebrity and lives as a celebrity and makes their fame by acting like a celebrity, like even just Ashley, when all that was going on, that was weird. I thought that was weird too. Like, I think it's weird when anyone does it. I know Paige is not the first Ariana impersonator, and I doubt she'll be the last. And honestly, I hope that for Ariana's sake and for Paige's sake, she stops this soon. And I don't know what it would take for her to stop. Would it be like legal action by Ariana, or what would it be? I genuinely hope that she can learn that she doesn't need to be someone else and that people would much prefer her to just live as herself. It's definitely weird. As always, you guys can let me know what you think about the situation. Does anyone else think this is rage bait, or do y'all just think it's literally just obsession? Why do y'all think she's behaving like this? What do you think it'll take for her to stop? And also, this is your reminder to respect celebrities, because they are people just like me and just like you. You know, a lot of people tend to justify things when it comes to celebrities just because they're famous. But literally, like, take the fame out of the equation and try and picture it yourself. Like, picture it if it was you. Like, if somebody was dressing as you, acting like you, changing their appearance to look like you wouldn't like it. If someone was constantly bombarding you on the street begging for pictures, you wouldn't like it. I just think everyone should humble themselves and realize that while celebrities are amazing, they are very much still people who are deserving of respect, and weird behavior around celebrities needs to stop. But that is going to be all for this video, and I'll see you guys in my next. Peace out.